Today I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Boniface. Saint Boniface is also known as the Apostle of Germany and the patron saint of brewers and tailors. He was born around the year 675 in the Anglo-Saxon kingdom of Wessex in what is now southern England. His birth name was Winfrid, and from a very young age he showed a deep love for learning and religion. At just 7 years old he was sent to a monastery school, where his natural talent for languages and theology began to bloom. When he was young, Winfrid became a Benedictine monk and eventually a priest. He then had his first missionary work in Frisia, which is now modern-day Netherlands. But this mission failed due to political conflicts, but he did not give up. In 718, Winfrid traveled to Rome seeking the blessing of Pope Gregory II. This time the Pope gave him a new name, which was Boniface, a Latin word which means doer of good. He then went to a new mission, which was to evangelize the Germanic tribes which were known to be pagans. It was an extremely dangerous mission, and very few missionaries even dared to go to the tribes because of their pagan beliefs and how fiercely they resisted change. The tribes worshipped an oak tree they called Donar's oak, which meant the tree was their god of thunder. One day, Saint Boniface approached the tribe and urged them to turn away from worshipping the sacred oak tree and instead place their faith in Jesus Christ. The tribes refused to listen, deeply devoted to their thunder god. Then, in a bold and fearless act, Boniface took an axe and began cutting down the mighty oak tree himself. The tribe stood by, watching in shock and anticipation, expecting their god of thunder to strike him down in anger. But nothing happened, and there was no thunder, no wrath, just silence. The people were astonished. Many who witnessed this powerful moment saw it as a sign and were converted to Christianity. After their conversion, they built a small church, using the oak wood they used to worship. As years passed, this church grew bigger into a cathedral and is now called the Cathedral of St. Peter in Fritzlar, Germany. From then on, St. Boniface founded monasteries, churches, and schools. Some of these structures were still standing today, which stood as enduring testaments to his success in converting the pagan tribes. In the year 732, Pope Gregory III made St. Boniface an archbishop, but he still longed to return to the mission field. Even though he was 70 years old at this time, he never refused to rest. In 754, he set out on his final journey with a group of followers. While waiting to baptize new converts near the river Bourne in Frisia, a group of armed bandits attacked their camp. Though they could have fought back, he urged his followers to lay down their weapons and accept martyrdom peacefully. Boniface died there, struck down along with 52 companions. In his hand was not a sword but the Book of the Gospels, which was later found stained with his blood. Today his body is resting inside the Cathedral of Christ the Savior in Fulda, Germany, which is open for pilgrimage. Today he is venerated as the patron saint of Germany, brewers, and tailors. His feast day is celebrated every 5th of June. If you like stories like this, support us, follow, like, and subscribe.